Hello everybody, welcome back. So today I was looking in my fridge, I noticed I had all this leftover white rice from that delicious chicken piccata that I prepared. I realized, hey, we can make some rice pudding. So that's what we're going to do today. It's a very simple recipe, but it's delicious and the kids are going to love it. So let's see what we're going to do. First we're going to start off with, now you notice some measurement doesn't look perfect, but we got about more or less 2.5 cups of rice or so here. You can add a little bit more, a little less, depending what you have left over. That's the beauty of it. So to that, what we're going to do is we're going to add some eggs, 2 eggs. And we're going to add about a cup of total sweetener. Now, as far as my sweetener goes, what we have here is some white sugar. But I also like to use some honey. So I'm going to use some honey and some maple syrup and bring that up to the volume of about 1 cup total. So the maple syrup gives a wonderful flavor. So does the honey. So we'll add that in there as well. Okay. Very good. We're also going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Spoon, about a teaspoon or so. Very good. Okay, we're also going to be adding about 3 cups of milk. Some people like to use condensed milk, but I don't think that's necessary. A half a teaspoon of salt. If you don't feel confident in the amount in your hand, you can use an actual standardized measure for that. And we're going to add this to a container that we're going to cook it in, glass pan. And you notice I'm just kind of buttering the pan so the rice mixture doesn't stick. Meanwhile, I've already preheated my oven to 325. So how we're going to mix this, we're just going to kind of work it a little bit first so it doesn't splatter all over the place. Might need to break up the rice because it's congealed a little bit from being in the fridge. So really what we're going to do is just going to mix this up really well. Our cooked rice. And start off a little slow. See how that goes. That's looking pretty good. So this mixture is a little loose, so you have to kind of be careful because it's going to splatter everywhere if you use the electric feature. I don't think you're going to need the electric feature right now. So we're just going to make sure all the rice is incorporated really well, broken up well. And it's looking marvelous. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Almost done. We're just going to take some raisins, a couple of packets, maybe like a quarter to a half a cup, depending on how many raisins you like. Some people like more raisins than others. The raisins cook off really nicely in the rice pudding. And they plump up and add a little flavor, make it a little acid, as we say, right? So let's get ourselves something to mix this with a little bit by hand. And then we're going to transfer it over to our container to cook it in. Just about enough. Now it will rise up a little bit, but I think we're going to be safe. And what you can do if you're concerned about spillage in your oven is you can put this on top of a cookie sheet, a baking tray, just to ensure that it doesn't spill all over your oven. Okay, before we put it into the oven, just have to remember we're going to sprinkle a little cinnamon on top. This nice color, it also adds nice flavor. Cinnamon is not very soluble. There's a good chemistry word for you in water or liquids. So it'll basically be suspended and on top of the solution, which is our rice pudding. And it's going to take about an hour, 15 minutes at 325. So what we can do is set our timer. Okay, so we set the timer for about an hour and 15 minutes. We'll come back and check it. Okay, so it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. I've been looking at this periodically. It looks like it's set pretty well. So let's take her out of the oven. It looks a little bit loose, but when it cools, it's going to actually congeal and kind of all solidify. Take a closer look and see. Beautiful. Okay, so our rice pudding is done. Let's see how it tastes. So I'm just going to scoop a little bit onto the plate. Oh wow, that's all come together very nicely. If you could be here to smell the wonderful vanilla and cinnamon, all comes together nicely. And of course, you can put a little whipped cream with that if you want to, or homemade or store-bought, whatever you like. And it's time to give it a try. So let's see how it tastes. Get all that whipped cream mixed in with it. Wow, so good. Best time to have it when it's still a little warm, so the cream melts on top. You can also put in a bowl. My grandfather used to always put in a bowl with little milk. It was also very good. One of my all-time childhood favorites. I'm sure you'll love it too. So that's all for this time. I hope you get a chance to try this dish. As you can see, it's very easy to make. Only a few ingredients. And if you have some rice, white rice you made in the fridge, or even if you had this, you can do this the same. It's very easy to make. So I hope you enjoy and have a chance to try this. Bye for now, and God bless.